Eatery, Chapter 3, The Whispering Pattern. I started keeping a notebook. It began as a way to convince myself I wasn't losing my mind, to document what I was hearing so that I could later point to the evidence and say, "See, I'm sane. It really happened." The first page reads simply, Night 3, tapping again, same rhythm, slower, intentional. The more I listened, the clearer it became. It wasn't random. The sound beneath the floorboards followed a structure. 3 short taps, a pause, then 2 long ones. Over and over, like a pulse. It reminded me of the metronome my uncle used to keep on the piano when I was a boy. Tick, tock, tap. Always steady, always waiting. But this was different. The tapping would stop whenever I spoke aloud, and resume only after I fell silent, as if it was listening. By the 5th night, I began to recognize subtle variations. 3 taps meant yes, 2 meant no. I tested it, asked questions out loud. Is someone here with me? Tap, tap, tap. Are you under the floor? Tap, tap. I froze. I didn't write that one down. I couldn't. The next morning, I decided to search the library in town. The place smelled like old paper and mildew, and the librarian, a woman named Mrs. Bryn, seemed startled when I told her the address of the house. "The Moore estate?" she asked, lowering her voice. "You're staying there?" I nodded, doing some repairs. "Why?" She hesitated before answering. "Your uncle used to come here every week, always asked for books on sound frequencies, acoustics, even seance rituals. Said he was trying to understand the walls." She smiled weakly, but her hands were trembling. "Last thing he borrowed was a book about resonance. That word has followed me ever since. When I returned home, I found one of the clocks ticking again. None of them had worked before. This one sat on the mantel, hands still frozen at 12:03. Yet the sound, that steady tick, 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 filled the room. I tried to stop it, opened the back, removed the mechanism. The ticking didn't stop. That night, the whispering returned. Louder now, no longer muffled. A chorus of breath beneath the floor. And this time, it wasn't just my name. "He listened too long, Elias. He's still here. Do you hear what we hear?" I pressed my palms against my ears, but the sound came from inside my skull. It wasn't air, it was vibration. The whole house thrummed like a great instrument being tuned. I screamed. The tapping stopped. In the silence that followed, I realized something horrifying. I could hear the hum again, the low vibration I'd noticed the first night. Only now it had a pattern of its own. When I wrote it down, I saw it. The tapping and the hum formed the same sequence. It was a message. I don't know from whom or what, but it was language. Primitive, rhythmic, intelligent. I haven't slept since. The hum has seeped into everything. The walls, the lights, even the water pipes. Sometimes I hear faint echoes when I speak, like the house is repeating my words a fraction of a second later. And last night, as I sat writing by lamplight, I heard a knock. Not from the floor this time, but from inside the wall. A single deliberate thud. I turned. There was a faint bulge in the plaster, as though something on the other side had pressed its hand against it. I dropped the notebook and whispered, "What do you want?" For a moment, nothing. Then the wall pulsed once, twice like a heartbeat, and from beneath the floorboards came the reply. Clear, close, and cold. "We want to wake up."